Welcome back to Bible and Blues, and I am your host, Cameron. And today we're continuing on with Psalm 119. We're going to be going through, let's see here, we're going to be doing Psalm 119, verse 65, and we're going to take that all the way through to verse 80. Um, I did, for those of you who are like me, and we learn as we go, so things you don't know. Uh, uh, I did find out what all these titles to the top were. These are actually the English names for the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. So we're marching right through the Hebrew alphabet at the same time. And I was kind of wondering about it. One of them here, Beth, is actually a name, uh, and then he. These are. It kind of threw me off on a few things. So today we're doing Teth and Yod. Okay, and anybody, biblical scholars, if you want to correct my pronunciation, feel free to. I'm more than happy to. I mean, I only just found out these are what they are. I had a feeling it certainly had something strong to do with the Hebrew Bible, the Hebrew alphabet, but I was seeing single letters, and it was kind of messing me up. So I have today off, so this is a little late getting out there, but I have today off because of something to do with school for my son, and uh, so I've been able to rest. I slept. I didn't sleep in. I was up about 6:30 this morning. And, I've gotten a few things done, and you got all cleaned up and feel good now. Instead of the usual, hat on the head to cover up the wacky hair, you get to actually see me post getting going here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with Teth. This is Psalm 119, verse 65. Uh, Do good to your servant according to your word, O Lord. Teach me knowledge and good judgment, for I believe in your commands. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I obey your word. You are good, and what you do is good. Teach me your decrees. Though the arrogant have smeared me with lies, I keep your precepts with all my heart. Their hearts are callous and unfeeling, but I delight in your law. It was good for me to be afflicted, so that I might learn your decrees. The law from your mouth is more precious to me than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. Your hands made me and formed me. You give me understanding to learn your commands. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your word. I know, O Lord, that your laws are righteous, and in faithfulness you have afflicted me. May your unfailing love be my comfort. According to your promise to your servants, let your compassion come to me that I may live. For your law is my delight. May the arrogant be put to shame for wronging me without cause, but I will meditate on your precepts. May those who fear you turn to me, those who understand your statutes. May your heart be blameless toward your decrees, that I may not be put to shame. Here is the reading of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Um, one of the things we have to is that these are written by predominantly King David, and others in his court, and these were hard times. These were very difficult times. So they were afflicted. When they talk about being afflicted, and being uh, people talking bad about them and all these things. It sounds like politics today, if you ask me, in a way. Uh, it doesn't matter what side you're on, people are saying stuff about you these days. Um, the law from your mouth, being God's mouth, is more precious to me than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. And that's an important aspect as well. Um, the value that they put on the word of the Lord. So, have you suffered? I mean, have you suffered when you came to God, or if you're examining the concept of coming to Him now? If you're a seeker, welcome. By the way, you're in good you're in a good little company here. I have a small group of people here that love the Word of the Lord, and be sure to like and subscribe for more of this content. Um, if you're a seeker, and if you're wondering, are you currently going through a hard time? Is that what's drawing you to God, not knowing where else to turn? Because I'll be honest. When I came to Jesus, it really did have a lot to do with a very difficult, challenging time in my life, and coming to God provided me with solace, provided me with direction, provided me with a desire to do this or that, make the right choices, and it gave me strength to battle through the difficult times. Now, that's not saying that I'm done with difficult times. I continue to have hard times. I continue to have to make hard decisions. Right now I'm dealing with a teenage boy in my house, and and trust me, I was a teenage boy, and this kid is just as bullheaded and cutting the hairs of, splitting the hairs of the rules and the words I say just as much as I would have. I think the main difference is he has more freedom to speak to me about it than I did when I was growing up. As an example, right now he's on restriction from electronics. Well, he has a school laptop, so that's kind of, he has a little more freedom with that. Well, he takes a few liberties too. He asked about, well, what if I get in trouble? You're using it this morning. And I was like, yeah, you don't understand the situation. You're not supposed to use it this morning. You're supposed to use it at school. And so we're having this debate and this argument, and he tried to shut me up, okay, which you can imagine that didn't work out so well for him. He was like, yeah, Dad, I get it. You can shut up now. No, obviously you don't get it, that kind of thing. So anyway, so these challenges continue to happen. Unfortunately, this particular one is actually relatively minor, as far as this is concerned. Other challenges, when my wife had a stroke, and which to this day, and this was when our son was, he was 4 months old at the time. Sorry, he was 8 months old at the time. Our son was 8 months old at the time. Now he's now 14. And so that tells you how long ago that was. And to this day, she's still confined to a wheelchair. She still has has had dramatic effects on her ability to communicate. She's still there. She's still in there. There's still my wife in there, and we still have a relationship. So it's very challenging at times. And so my faith in God, this concept of I was afflicted, okay. So to precisely. Let me find the precise wording here that they use in this translation. Oh, I'm all the way back in Beth. No wonder I can't find it. It was good for me to be afflicted, so that I might learn your decrees. It was good for me to have challenges and have problems, because that made me turn to you, God. It's not easy to turn to God in any circumstance, and it's not easy to deal with challenges. And there's absolutely nothing in the Bible that says, when you turn to God, your life is going to become easier. There's absolutely nothing. And if you question if there's something there, I'll tell you right now, there is absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, Jesus states straight up, your life will be harder, okay? Because the enemy, the devil, Lucifer, Satan, whoever, the adversary, whoever you want to call him, the other side of Jesus, okay, wants you more than he wants a secularist. And so he wants to turn you. It's not because of you. It doesn't care about you. He cares about getting one more against Jesus and against God. Okay, and so he's gunning for us. Okay, and that makes our lives a little bit more difficult. Now the thing is that we have the ability to turn to Jesus, and in Jesus' name, when we're strong in our faith in Jesus' name, we can protect. He will protect us when we have our faith in Jesus. Okay, and when we try to do it on our own, which is what I'm saying, when you put your faith in Jesus, when you turn to Jesus during these times, and you say, "Please help me, Lord. Please help me with this situation," and you plead to him, he will come to you. When you ask for help from Jesus, he will help you. When you try to do it yourself, okay, then you're not, then you're not, it's not any good, okay? Then you're not going to turn out well, okay? So I'm not saying, difficult times will happen no matter what. I recently lost a loved one to cancer, okay? Do you think he didn't turn to Jesus at times? And he still died, okay? And so I'm not. On the other hand, I know that he's in a very great place, and maybe through the loss of him, out of this world and into the next, we can provide an example for others to come to Jesus and give that loss the power that it deserves. So anyway, that's kind of my rambling this morning. I really appreciate you coming here today. I'm giving some thought to another, kind of a top 5 list kind of thing going on here pretty soon, just to try it out, just to see what kind of reaction I get. I was thinking about a top 5 biblical things, just to keep in theme with the channel being a channel of faith. So don't forget to check out Live to Explore. That is just kind of, I'm kind of dumping some, my I don't want to call it non-Christian stuff. It's just stuff that's a little more secular in nature, over there. And right now it's just kind of a dumping ground. So there's a lot of weird stuff. It's going to be a lot of weird stuff. There's only a few videos over there right now. But Live to Explore. So go ahead and check that out. Also, my son, who currently can't put anything up, but he does have like 2 videos up of gaming. Anonymous Chills 4, all one word. Be sure to go check that out. So I really want to thank you for coming today. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you're new to this channel, I really appreciate you coming, checking me out. We do this every single day. I have missed a total of, I think, 2 days so far. Sometimes I actually think yesterday's video, posted 11:30 at night, so I barely made it in the day, and I guess it depends on the time zone you're in. So anyway, thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great